Hi and welcome back to Easy Keys. This is lesson 4 in series 1 of my beginner piano and how to read music, or what we call notation lessons. Please check out lessons 1, 2 and 3 of the series if you missed them. Right, so remember in lessons 1, 2 and 3 we learnt about the notes B, middle C and D, where to find them on your keyboard and how to write them in notation. So let's recap and place your right thumb on middle C, then your right index finger on D, onto your left thumb on middle C, and then your left index finger on B. Can you see that we now have B, C and D in a sequence? As I mentioned in lesson 1, we only use the letters A to G of the alphabet in music, so we're nearly halfway. Right, so today we will be learning the white note to the right of the note D, and this note is called E. Play this note with your right middle finger, press it down over and over. You remember until it sounds exactly the same every time you press it. Perfect. Once you've got used to playing the E key with your middle finger, go back down to the D key with your index finger and then onto middle C with your thumb. Now start with your thumb on middle C, go up to your index finger on D and then onto your middle finger on E. Keep going up and down. This is what we call a scale. It's your first one. Well done. It's not a full scale yet because a full scale has 8 notes in it, but 3 notes is a good start. So this is your new note for today, E. Keep practicing middle C, D and E with your right hand, and then middle C and B with your left hand. Remember to practice both hands separately every day, over and over again. You will get there. Now I want to show you what our new note E looks like when it's written in music notation. You will see that just like middle C in the right hand, the E note sits on a line on the treble stave. So remember that was our middle C. The E note sits on the first line of the stave. There's that one there. So that is E. Remember, that's middle C. So when we see a semi-breve, big round circle, remember we press it down for 4 counts. So press the key down and hold it for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we know the notes middle C, D and E in the treble clef, and the notes B and middle C in the bass clef. Now remember in the last lesson I told you about bar lines, these vertical lines that we find in music notation. The bar lines have created bars or measures, which are these blocks. They're there to help us divide the notes we write all into the same total number of beats. For example, 4 beats per measure or 2 beats per measure. Now how we know how many beats there are in each bar is something called time signature. It looks like this, 2 numbers on top of each other. For now, we are only going to look at the top number to tell us how many beats there are in the bar. So if we see the number 4 on top, we know that there are 4 beats in the bar. If the number is 3 on top, there are only 3 beats in the bar. And then, for example, if there's a 2 on top, that means that bar has 2 beats. We will learn later what the bottom number tells us, but for now, I just want to teach you about the top number. So for example, if the time signature is now 4/4, this is what it looks like. And if I write a semi-breve or a whole note, then that bar only needs 1 to make up the 4 counts. Because remember I told you, when you see a semi-breve, you hold it down for 4 counts. So we are only going to do 4/4 time signature today. So let's play. So here we have our E semi-breve, 1 bar because that counts for 4. Here we have our D note, 4 counts, and our C note, 4 counts. So these bars are correct because there's 4 beats in the bar, and we only need 1 semi-breve to make up each total of 4 counts for the bar. So if I were to play this, I would press down the E key and hold it for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then C, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the same thing applies to the bass clef. We also get the time signature which will always be the same as the top for now. Remember, our B sits, pen's running out. Our B sits just above the first line of the stave, and our C has got its own little line. And then I'll do another B here. Right, so if we were to play this, this would also be 4 counts. The B, 1, 2, 3, 4. C, 1, 2, 3, 4. And B again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent, look how far you've come. So that's all for today. See you in the next lesson, and don't forget to practice. Please like and subscribe and let me know how it's going with you in the comments down below.